Good morning, YouTubers. Um, this time I'm gonna be trying to convert a C track from Lionel or Marx O scale to DC track because I have some pre-war and war German locomotives. Like they would say made in US soon after, but one locomotive is from just before the war, a German locomotive. I can't even find the brand. And I have some Lionel and Marx, which is North American. And well, I guess by now you know I am original European. And one of my visits to the former Eastern Republic of Czechoslovakia made me buy some ETS, it's called. The brand still exists, and it's all steel. It's really nice. But all those different voltages and currents will force me to make a layout so big. And my original setup is HO, and I'm going to stay with HO. However, my brother-in-law in Ottawa gave me like 6 tubs with O-scale stuff from his brother, and I would like to keep that running. And I will. I'm making a sheet, 4x8 sheet, plywood, or for the European watchers, 122 by 244 meters. And one thing of solving this problem is making the AC track ready for DC. But that's quite an operation, I noticed, because as you know, the 3-rail AC stuff is 1 power and 2 grounds, and the power sits in the middle. Since DC doesn't have a slider in the middle, and a wiper, a slider, I have kind of a problem. So first I'll show you some trains, and then I'll show you a little piece of track what was kind of bent and wrecked, what I'm trying to do. Comments are welcome. The power will be an AC Lionel or Marx power supply. No problem there, because I'll put a bridge rectifier with a double pole toggle switch, so I can make the connections crosswise and then go AC or DC. That is not a problem. The bigger problem is the track. I'll show you. So as you can see, this is AC track, and I don't know if you can really see it, but I tried to open it up and put carton on one ground. This one is kind of wrecked. This was a piece. That's why I try to fix it. But what I'm trying to do is with a little piece of carton, so what Marx and Lionel does here in the middle, do this one. So kind of isolate it, and then I can run DC as well as AC over the one track. The problem is though that it's older stuff. I already had it in vinegar to get most of the corrosion off and make the contact better with the track and the wheels. So if I keep bending these things, they all start breaking off, and then I'm kind of in la la land, because there's nothing to hold to the sleeper anymore. The sleepers, by the way, I'm gonna make them. I will throw them in a pail with brown paint and paint these ones brown, and I'll make it like more realistic. But that is scenery. That is for a later thing, later moment. This is more my problem. Like I said, suggestions are welcome. So it's not that I can't run it. I would like to know, or there's a better way of doing this. So a DC locomotive on an AC track with a double throw, double pole switch. So it's not the other way around. It's DC on AC track. That's just the way it is. I don't have enough DC track. This is the Czechoslovakian one, the locomotive, and it should run. There he goes. Yeah, it's all a little bit amateuristic, but I do not really have the room. So this is the brand, ETS. Made in Czechoslovakia, now Czech Republic and Slovak Republic. And the funny thing was, I found a receipt for the locomotive, and I bought this in June 1993 in Prague, near Wenceslas Square. I think that's quite interesting. So here's my Lionel stuff. Well, it's not all my Lionel stuff, it's part of it. I have the 1060 and the 1061. And I have parts, so I have to go look online how I can make the best combination. I only have one of these follow wheels. I think the 1061 comes with two, but the point is the roof is correct and this roof is good, so it's basically the same, just a different setup with wheels. I'll show you how that runs. I have to change the pole. By the way, you're in my new reorganized workshop, and there's still work to be done, but I love it. And here's the 8. This is Lionel, and the sheet outside, which is not ready yet, is Marx. So, and this 8 will go on top of the table. Here is all my locomotives. They're all in here, the cars, sorry. And where's the locomotives? There's so much stuff here, it's driving me nuts. Oh, here. Here you can see all the other locomotives. This is all Marx, and the Jeep here is in Lionel. So, but that's for later concern. I cleaned them all. I did the E units. The ones who don't work, I'm going to bypass, but most of them work. Just with a little shot of WD-40 and let them run right away, so the stickiness goes. It has been sitting in boxes and showcases forever, I was told by my brother-in-law. So now, there we go. See. So here the E unit. The E unit is not really working. This is a Lionel. I'll show you on Marx where the E unit works. Put this one on the track. There we go. So here you can see the E unit at work. You stop it. So that is quite different than DC. I gotta stop it, and then you hear the E unit going, and then it comes. Then I gotta stop it, go back. Oh, now he's off the track. So it's quite different. So my challenge again, guys, I hope you put a comment in if you want, is how to get this DC, you can see the two rail, working on the AC track. And I had it running on this piece already. It does work. The flanges, everything works out. Like I said, it's kind of amateuristic here right now. But this locomotive will run on this piece. So if there's another option, I'm not sure, I doubt it, because I am sitting here with connectivity, right? The middle is the power, which comes in through the dragger, or as Lionel does it a little bit different. This is old stuff. I think this is from the 50s or the 60s, I'm not sure. See, Lionel Corporation, New York. And I can't do nothing without for the AC. I need the middle one, and I need at least one ground. I don't need both grounds. What I can do is insulate them. So what I did with this piece of track. So insulate the outside too here, and the inside, the middle one, and the outside insulate. And what I can do with the toggle switch is make this one either AC back, so there is another ground, or make it DC. Because I insulate it, I have to connect the ground for the AC again. But I can do that with the switch and a little wire, solder it somewhere, that the whole track is ground, power, ground. And when I toggle the switch, that this is plus, this is neglected, and this is minus. So right now the sleepers are, in this one, in this setup, the sleepers are both steel on the grounds. And you can see the middle one is insulated by the factory. Because yeah, it's steel sleepers. And my fear is that if I keep bending these little things here, these little lips, to put a piece of carton in between, like so, under. Oh, I mean your camera. Anyways, under the sleeper, under the track and the sleep, between the track and the sleeper, that I'm gonna break them all. So technically it's possible. I have no worries. I can get that going, so I can switch from AC to DC. That is what I want, not the other way around. And yeah, again, I'm in for advice and tips and hints to insulate one of the two, either this one or this one, from the sleeper. So I'm looking forward to your reactions, and thank you for your attention, and I'll see you next time. Have a good one. Bye bye.